Hello, ladies and gentlemen, good day. It's a unique opportunity for me to have the privilege of speaking to you today. I will be talking on the topic, the agricultural billionaire. Yes, you can actually become a billionaire by embracing agriculture, and I will tell you why and how. Before that, we are young people, and the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. And usually when we speak about youths being the leaders of tomorrow, many of us go straight to thinking about politics and maybe how some of our leaders behave, and we begin to wonder whether we will ever have the opportunity to lead in politics. But being a leader doesn't necessarily mean you have to lead in politics. Being someone that can create impact in the world, being someone that can be self-sufficient, being someone that can impact others, that is tremendous leadership in itself. And agriculture gives us that unique tool. Let me ask this question. If you knew about the business that had a very huge demand, if you knew about something whose demand was very high and you were sure that if you invested in that business, the demand will be high, the clients will be there to pay for the business, what will you do? I guess the answer is you will invest in the business because you are sure that the demand for it is high. But then life is funny. Usually what is very profitable is before our very eyes, but hidden, and we can't really see it. And that is where agriculture comes in. The fact that I can talk to you today is a testament or a proof that I must have eaten something not long ago. The fact that you are seated there listening to me is a proof that you must have eaten something not long ago. In fact, anyone alive, anyone you see anywhere must have eaten something not long ago, which means the person supplying us with agricultural products or supplying us with food is making profit. Guess what? The poor man eats, the rich man eats, the prisoners eat, the madman eats, everyone eats, and even animals eat. And guess who their supplier is? The farmer. You know, each time we talk about farming, we have this subsistence mindset where you have someone that have a small plot of land and have to manually cultivate and has a few harvests, has to carry it on his head back to the house and everything. This is not the kind of entrepreneurship we're talking about here. We're talking about embracing agriculture as a business, approaching agriculture with a business perspective, approaching agriculture with an impact perspective. Look at our big guys in the world. Someone like Bill Gates. Bill Gates is actively in agriculture right now, and he has over 270,000 acres of land across 18 states in the United States of America. Jeff Bezos is also in agriculture, the guy of Amazon. These are rich people, these are tech gurus, these are people who are very modern in terms of technology and everything, but they are getting their hands dirty. By that I mean they are working with the soil, because the soil never fails. But most of us want to be doctors, engineers, pilots, and so on, and there's nothing wrong about that. But sometimes we are approaching fields that have a very high level of competition, fields whose demand is not as that of agriculture. For example, I might not have bought an iPhone recently, I might not have built a duplex recently, I might not have bought a car recently, but I most certainly have eaten recently. Therefore, the man selling iPhone has made no profit off me. The man selling cars has made no profit off me, but the man selling food has made some profit off me, no matter how small. And since I'm a regular customer, because I get to eat every day, they are sure of making some money off me every day, and so on and so forth. So you could be that supplier. You could be that man that solves this problem. There is food crisis in the whole world. Prices of corn, groundnut, plantain, chicken, and all those things, they keep on increasing. But the soil is not taxing us more money for it to produce corn. The same grain of corn that you plant and you put fertilizer or manure and you guard it and you keep it clean, it's going to grow. And the same corn that was worth maybe 50 francs 3 years ago is now going to be worth about 200 francs today, produced by the same soil. So it's high time we look into this agriculture, because that is the future. Many people say artificial intelligence is the future, but guess what? People will continue to eat. So agriculture is one of the surest business you can ever embrace. That's why I'm so pleased with Mr. Jude. That's why I'm so passionate about what he does, because he tries to change the narrative about agriculture, the mindset that we have. You know, even if we go somewhere and somebody says, I'm an engineer, and the other man says, I'm a farmer, we begin to look at the farmer like, oh, this is a low-class person. But guess what? The man saying, I'm an engineer, he ate. In fact, if he didn't eat before coming, he's planning to eat in that occasion. Otherwise, he may collapse. So the farmer is the one that keeps the society. The farmer is the one that whose product has the highest demand. So let's look into farming with a business perspective as an entrepreneur, and let's understand that the future of agriculture rests in our hands as young people, and the future billionaires are going to be those involved in agriculture. That's why you see big people, rich people, billionaires in dollars like Jeff Bezos, like Dangote in Nigeria, venturing into agriculture, and they make a lot of money through that. So my advice to you is do some research about these people. Identify the needs around you. Is Gary getting very expensive? Is plantain getting very expensive? And you don't necessarily need to own land to cultivate. You can go to maybe a chief in a community and you lease a particular plot of land, maybe 1 hectare or 2 hectares, and you sign an agreement. Can I cultivate this, and I pay such and such and such? And you don't necessarily need to own the land. And you could transform. You could transform and redefine your future by embracing agriculture. I want to beg on us that everything we have learned and will still learn in this summit, I want us to take it really very seriously, because it has in it the seed to give you transgenerational wealth, to make you a source of impact in this generation. And no matter what you do, never forget, everyone eats. You eat, I eat, the poor man eats, the rich man eats, the madman eats, the prisoner eats, animals eat. And each time people are eating, guess who is smiling? The farmer, the agricultural entrepreneur. That is why I say to you, it is possible for you to be an agricultural billionaire. I will see you at the top. Thank you so much for listening, and bye-bye.